You need me to roll for you?
Yeah, go ahead and roll.
Okay.
Just easier that way. If you don't mind.
Yeah, you rolled in that one.
Ooh. 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 Oh, so bad.
Effect.
Wow. Wow.
Today's episode of JARdon the Mess is brought to you by Dynamic Fitness Supply, your one-stop shop for fitness needs. We've got treadmills,
And
we've got dumbbells,
and
we've got cardio equipment, and we've got much more. You can find us at Santa Rosa off 4th Street. That's Dynamic Fitness Supply, 1414 Suite 102 off 4th Street in Santa Rosa, California, 95409 707 Nope, not going to give my phone number. 707-536-9077. JARdon the Mess for 15 to 20% off. Thank you.
Dynamic Fitness. Call us for all your fitness needs, but don't call Randall because he won't answer.
Yeah, because, dude, so the last just however it is, like, I don't know why I was always getting my my phone number confused with the first 3 digits of my phone number are the same as the store's number.
Huh.
So it throws me the fuck off. I'm like, And I actually, like, I remember when we first opened the store, I was actually text a few people like my number. I'm like, yeah, call the store. I'm like, no, don't call that number. Don't call me, please.
Don't call me.
Amazing.
They're calling me for dinner. We went to China Village the other night and we sat in.
Yeah.
Me, Sarah, my parents, and my 2 nephews.
Nice.
We dropped like $230.
Jesus.
Yeah, I mean, it's up there.
Do they?
Wait, how many people went?
6. No, wait.
Oof.
Yeah, 6.
Yeah, no, that's still, yeah.
Do they automatically charge gratuity?
I didn't look at the tip. Like, I have never, every time I've eaten there, I personally have like never paid. So I don't know, but I don't think they automatically charge gratuity. I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah,
some things just didn't add up. It seemed a little bit more expensive than it should have been.
Well, I would just look at the receipt and just.
I don't have that.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. You have to like take. I would take a look at, like, if you're gonna eat at a Chinese restaurant, regardless of how good it is or whatever, just look at the receipt. Like, sometimes I might just like, yeah, pay for it, but when you have like big meals like that, I would recommend looking at the receipt, because my dad was looking at it the other night when we were there for his birthday, like last week or the week before. And I swear to God, he's probably looking at that receipt for like 10 minutes, just like making sure.
I should have, because she was trying to upsell us so much, and I'm like, no. Like, Sarah wanted pork buns. She's the only ones that wanted pork buns, and she goes, 1 pork bun is not enough order for all 6 people. There's only 3. You should get another one. We're like, no, we're good.
No. Yeah, they I haven't eaten, when we ate over there, I will say this, it's fucking wild that the restaurant was actually rented out already, and there was only one open table, and we just happened to get it. My mom called to make a reservation. So I've literally see like 100 to 130 people on like the left side, and then on that banquet room to the right, there's like another 80 people in there.
Whoa.
Like, you had to park across the street, and we had the only table in the middle. It's fucking wild. It was like a retirement party and like, or a funeral. Yeah, it's funny eating there versus eating it at home. I'd almost prefer to eat it at home.
Same's.
Just because.
Interesting. Why?
I just like, I don't know. There's something, I'm just used to eating it at home. Like, there's this comfortability about it, I guess. Because when you're there, the one thing I will say, when you are eating at China Village, like, sometimes in the beginning, it just kind of gets annoying from the waiter.
Like
they're kind of they're very attentive. They're very too attentive.
That one
They're
guy's super
fuck
like
off,
that.
dude.
That one guy's super nice, and he's
it was the
very
guy.
helpful.
Yeah, it was the older guy, probably with the glasses. I'm like, but
yeah.
you're just too here.
Mm-hmm.
Like fuck off. Like, give me some time, dude. Like, to look at his menu. It's a bigger menu. It's a big menu.
Yeah.
But like, they're very helpful. But that guy needs to go back to some 6 feet rule. Like,
yeah.
The woman, she's like the head honcho. She's
which one? Is she tall?
Yeah, she's taller. I would say she's like the woman there. So if anything, she's the one that'll remember your face. Kind of. She's who you want to be taken care of. That's basically it. The other guy, you can just go sit in a corner or something.
Yeah, we had like a little short lady that was our waitress person. Like, she would upsell, and I get it. I guess that's cool, but she would do nonstop. And like, we ordered one thing of rice, and like, that's funny because we already ordered a ton of other food.
Yeah.
And
she's like, I think you guys need more rice. And we're like, no, we don't.
No,
we're good. Thanks though.
Rice is like for the amount of for the 10 cents it cost them to make that rice, to sell it for like $6, it's just a racket.
Yeah, it's just pure profit.
Yeah. It's just pure profit, which is like, fucking buy some more rice, buy more, because it's just pure profit. I'm gonna throw away this bowl. Okay, whatever. That's why I mentioned the other time, whenever we buy it, we just make rice at home.
Mm-hmm.
I remember the one time I was so desperate back in the beginning of my fitness journey. I was like, I need rice. There's no time. So I went and bought rice at like the Chinese place down the road. It was like $4 or $5. I'm like, this is insane. I'm never doing this again. And I started buying I went and bought a rice maker. Like,
yeah.
$10 at Wally World.
Rice maker with the steamer up top is a game changer.
Oh yeah. Oh, all right. Let me just briefly talk about the scenario. What happened with my car?
Oh yeah.
So I'm on Bennett Valley Road. I turn on a Grange, and I do this like every fucking time. Like, ever since I started working at this other location, I just drive this road every day. And I overtake all these cars in the big stretch. I just do it. So this time I see like 3 cars ahead, and I'm like, all right, whatever. So I go to overtake, and there's like, not thinking anything of it, because I've always done this. Like, no one's ever like, what? So I'm assuming, so you see this older this older Honda Accord, and I'm like, boop-a-doo. And then right as I'm about to pass, bro, the dude just swerves into me. Like, I'm talking, at this point, dude, I'm going like 90 miles an hour. Fucking insane. Just swerves into me. He doesn't hit me, swerves into me. I'm like, dude, I'm hitting tree, hitting brush, everything. Dude, I pulled out a stick about like that long out of my fucking front bumper.
Dude.
The car stops in front of him. I'm about to get out. He takes off. I just follow him for like 6 miles.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna stop talking now, and I will finish the other story, the portion off air.
Yeah.
Anyway, then I'll continue. We'll pull that pause and that after I followed him for 6 miles, and we're just gonna pick up when I went to the CHP. So when I finally went to CHP the next day, and I want you guys to take this in how I view the insurance claims. Every insurance claim that I've ever done on any car has always had an incident room. Doesn't matter. I've always had one.
Sure.
So that was my reasoning. I'm like, I need to get an incident report. They're not just going to do it without it. They're not going to, my insurance is going to skyrocket. They're not going to help me if I don't have it. Like, that's just like my thought. Like,
sure.
So I go in there, I kind of report it. I already know what the guy is going to say. Like, well, you're doing something bad and whatever, blah, blah. And basically the CHP guy was kind of like a dick in the beginning, because I'm telling him this whole story and it doesn't sound believable. But I'm like, dude, I got a license plate number. And I'm like naming things off, and I'm accurate. Like, I'm like, if I was like the witness and you were to ask me these things and I accurately describe them,
Like
it was like, holy shit,
you have tangible damage to your car, right?
Yeah, but it's like there was no contact with the other car.
Mm.
That's the biggest thing. So, but I think initially he was like not believing me because I'm like, you're just an asshole and you just want to blame it on someone else. But because of what I was describing and the fact that I had a license plate number, the fact that I can describe this car, the fact that I can describe the individual in the car, because dude, I was that close. And I feel like he kind of eased up at that point. And then whatever, he was being straight up. He was like, look, I'm gonna be real. This is gonna go nowhere. It's more likely gonna go nowhere. And I understand you want to get money. I'm like, I don't need the money, dude. I just don't want to pay the $500 if I don't have to pay it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna like the little legwork that I have to do to try to save myself $500. I'm gonna do it. Like, why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
It's a drive over there. And I get this CHP guy is probably like, bro, dude, I'm just tired. We're after hours now.
Yeah.
And it was like and I would say after us explaining and doing, not like going back and forth, me explaining, him, whatever. When he's like, you could fill this out and send it off, or do you want to take it home, do it tomorrow, or bring it back? And I'm like, dude, I'm already here. Can I just do it? He's like, yeah, I'll get overtime, whatever. And while I'm writing it out, that was when I realized I'm wasting my time.
Yeah.
That was when it finally just dawned on me, because I didn't understand that I didn't need this incident report. And then when I'm finally there, I'm like, I stopped writing for a second. I'm like, I might as well just finish writing it. I'm already here. I go home, I call Geico. Basically, I have to admit fault, which I hate doing. And it was extremely streamlined after that.
Yep.
Like, I'm talking like, here you go. Money's already in my account for the initial thing. Let's get it going. And I'm like, damn, dude, this is wild. Like, this is why I pay for full coverage and I pay for premium fucking insurance. God damn. I will say having better insurance is paying off, like, at this point. And then I go to bring my car to Carl's body shop just to find out that he's closed until the 5th. It's like out of town.
Really?
Yeah, dude. I was like, oh, and they left like the day. Like, if I would have did it Thursday, I would have got my car in, just registered everything, and they could just start, and I wouldn't have to do anything. But now I gotta. But no matter what, they wouldn't have started on it till probably the following Monday when I actually come back from LA.
Yep.
So, but my windshield tank is detached. My washer fluid tank no longer works. It's being held up by whatever I forgot the name, the skid bar, the skid plate, which thank God. But the fact that I pulled out a stick this big, like that, dude, that was blowing me away. Like, it was like I was pulling out some fucking handkerchief from some magician. Like, dude, why is this going? Oh my God, how much damage is there? And the adjuster initially, when I took the pictures and I spoke to him on the phone, and my man, I'm playing like Diablo the whole time. You can just hear like, because I just like whatever, dude. He was like, oh, 4 days. And then I told him about the other thing, and he's like, dude, it's not going to be 4 days. It's going to be a lot longer. I'm like, I'm expecting 3 weeks to a month at this point. And
this is good weather.
Yeah, it sucks. I want to be driving my car, dude. Like, I want to like take my car down the coast. Like, can't do it. I'm not gonna take the fucking truck. Motorcycle, like, I want to drive my goddamn car. Like, I can, but it's painful.
Feel it. I want to drive my Jeep.
Like, it's you're paying for something you can't drive. It's amazing.
Well, it's already paid.
There's still a cost.
You paid for something that you can't drive.
I know. I see all these other Jeeps with their tops off and shit, and I'm like,
yeah.
I just need to go do it.
Yeah.
You know what sucks? Every time I'm in it's like when I'm in the Subaru and I see a motorcycle drive by, I want to do the deuces. And then when I'm in the truck and I drive by a Subaru, I want to do the deuces. I can't do any of that now. Like, no one's gonna fucking throw up the peace sign for a fucking 04 Ram. Like, hey, Ram.
Right. To the Subaru,
like, man, dude. Oh yeah. I didn't notice that they just started. I didn't know it was a thing until I got a Subaru. Then all these WRXs and STI WRX STIs, they were just like, I'm like, what? Oh, I'm part of something. It feels nice.
It's nice, right? And then whatever
it is nice.
When people don't do, it's really annoying.
It kind of like, you pretentious asshole.
Yeah.
Like, and I at least try to get it up. But sometimes, but it was weird. Before I was waiting for them to do it. Now I just do it. Yeah. And if they don't do it back, then I'm like, you're a douche.
So with the Jeeps, if it's anything like lower than if it's an older one, for sure I'll do it automatically.
Yeah.
If it's a newer one, I'll kind of like wait and see a little bit what the people look like. If it's some old lady, she ain't doing it. I'm gonna just be like, hey.
Yeah, like my coworkers, one of my pharmacy technician's husband has like an 04, 06 STI, like the really nice old ones. Like,
Yeah.
And she just kept saying, like, oh, it's only STIs, STI. I'm like, that's all she would say is STI. And I was like, oh, I'm like, and it finally dawned on me, like, and I had to explain it because I was kind of getting annoyed. I was like, do you know that it's a WRX STI? It's a trim level. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Do you realize that? It has a little bit bigger engine, some different accents. That's it. Different brakes. That's it. Other than that, the car's the same. And because I was getting annoyed that she was thinking like, and I'm not like that her husband's car was so much greater than mine or whatever. And that the deuces were only between STIs. I was like, you're fucking high.
You're like there's not that many STIs.
Like, well, I mean, I see a lot of newer ones, but I see so much more of my car.
Yeah.
But the fact that I feel like she just didn't know that there's WRX. And I told her like multiple times, like, I actually don't like the looks of the STIs. I like the ones that aren't STI. They just I don't like
they
the
look
big
more
spoilers.
sleek.
I just don't.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, whereas this something is very kind of like, I'm screaming that I need to be fast, but where it's like, yeah, that fine line.
They don't stand out as much.
Yeah.
Well, like yours does. The STI does.
You remember? Sure. Yeah, you remember Kenny from In and Out? You had that automatic like 04 WRX.
Vaguely.
He had a lisp.
No,
I know, dude. He had like an 04. So we used to cruise around, but his was automatic. Is when you had your Foci, I had the Eclipse, and
my automatic Foci. Also
yeah.
had automatic. I remember John. You remember John, right? You were there. He had that WR. I think he had an STI, and he crashed it in like a week.
Yeah. I
was with him that night.
John Maladino, or
no, he had the 350Z.
No, he had the 350Z. That guy was
him, me, and John were all out in like Point Reyes area, and we're just mobbing around turns. And I come around this corner, and all I see is John, just like sideways or whatever on the street, and his front end's all smashed.
He's driving home. Go for the best.
Go shit.
Dude, the one thing I will say about the WRX, or just driving all-wheel drive fast through corners, it's definitely different. I mean, because like it's gripping and it's catching, whereas sometimes you're like, fuck, dude, maybe I should be counter steering, but I don't necessarily have to counter steer because all wheels are gripping at the same time and powering through.
Right.
It's very different. Like, whereas say with a rear wheel drive car, I could just kind of whip a turn really quick and like whoop.
Yeah.
There you go. Whereas I can't do that with an WRX. Like, there's definitely pros. There's way more pros that I can feel with all wheel drive than there are cons. But there are some things I do miss with rear wheel drive. I will say that for sure.
Yeah.
That's just like pulling out of a driveway and just kind of getting sideways because I can. Whereas like you pull out of a driveway now, like I don't get sideways, I just take off.
Boo.
Boo. Oh god, my car is fast.
JARdon.
All right. Discussion topics, but give me 1 second.
Well,
How's it going, Bert?
It's going, man. It's going. I got so much stuff going on. It's crazy.
Boo.
Deep down, all I really want to do is just nothing. So, I started building some more models, though.
Ooh, yeah.
So, I'm taking a break from the Warhammer ones, and I'm building some Star Wars ones.
I keep wanting to ask you, like, do you ever dab into the Star Wars stuff?
Yeah.
Because it looks sick on that play on table. Was it the play on table?
Yeah.
I was watching some of their Star Wars ones.
Yeah.
It looked
like
pretty
they had
dope.
that big like Scarif battle. Is that the one you watched?
I watched I don't know the location, but I watched the one with the battle droids.
Oh, okay.
And
Yeah. It's pretty fun, and the models are interesting because it's like I'm building these guys and they look great once you get them done, but like it's actually really thinner plastic, and it's interesting because I'm so used to the Warhammer Games Workshop stuff. So like when you build those commandos, there's like intricate parts to it, but it's like if it's a very solid build, right? When you're putting them together, these just felt a little bit more delicate. But like
it almost looks like super, like not super resin. I don't think that's the thing, but like resin, like 3D printed resin.
Correct. Yeah. That's exactly what I was thinking about when I was like building these ones. I was like, this almost is like resin. It's weird.
I think it's cool seeing like, so now doing a couple Warhammer stuff, the Necrons, and then these, and then doing the Lord of the Rings ones. Lord of the Rings one's just flat, like it's already done.
Yeah. You just
paint straight away.
Yeah.
And it's fun painting, but I like snipping and building the orcs.
Yep. There's something about it.
Yeah.
I just I'll tell my story, which is so they just came out with a big, huge Warhammer like set. Like imagine it being like the big, premiere kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it came out last
for like the 10th edition or whatever they've been talking about.
Yeah. So it came out last Saturday, right? Or last Friday. And I pre-ordered mine through the site because you know how there's always like you want to we've talked about this on the show a bunch, which is you want to support local mom and pop stores, right, as much as you can, but then there's a certain point where you're like, well, I'm getting more value with this.
So
I just bought it through the site because I was like, I'm gonna pre-order it because they came with like free maps. I was like, man, I want to go support my local store, but like these maps,
like
I want more maps, right?
You can't argue better value.
Correct. So I pre-ordered it and it was supposed to come. I was like, okay, I could literally go to the store and pick this up last Saturday. I'm assuming they're going to ship it to me so that it arrives on Saturday, right? Nope. Literally get the email being like, hey, your package has been shipped. And it was like on Friday. And I was like, what? And then I like look at the tracking. It's like, it's not going to get here till Wednesday. And I was like, you mother. I could have just gone to the store, right? I'm like, all right, I'm getting free maps. It's fine. But I had carved out time to literally do exactly what you're talking about, which is like, I just wanted to like lay everything out and actually build for like a couple hours because it's a time intensive thing, but it's fun, right? You kind of like put some music on and zone out, right? And so I'm like, fuck, I gotta wait till Wednesday, and then like I'm already working again, and I'm not gonna. So Wednesday comes around, and I see this box, and I'm like, that doesn't seem as big as the thing that I ordered should be in.
Right.
And I open it up, and it was just the book that I ordered, not the kit. And I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. And then like I go check my email, and it's just like, hey, your package has been shipped. And I was like, what? So like literally they sent me out it was ordered a book and then like the big box. So I mean I got everything, but it came Friday. So finally, like a week after I could have gone to the store to pick it up, I got it finally. But I'm sitting there.
Did they trick you and not give you
the thing that I ordered?
The other shit.
So I finally got it, but I'm sitting there being like, I carved out time to build.
Right.
And now that I have it, and I didn't get it in the time that I was going to do it. So now that I have it, it's just sitting there because I need to find time to now build it again. And it's just frustrating. But
are you off for the 4th?
I am off for the 4th, which is great. Yeah. Hopefully. Depends on how much work I get done.
I might go in for a little bit.
Yeah.
Just to help out.
Yeah.
I have a discussion topic.
Okay.
Have you, and you guys probably heard this question before, but have you ever seen your neighbors bring in groceries?
Huh.
Yes.
No.
Yes. I don't recall ever seeing it either.
I don't think I've ever seen my neighbors ever in the entire history of my entire life. I haven't been looking. I haven't actively watching them. I don't think I've ever seen anyone bring groceries before. That's gnarly.
Right? Randall, explain. Do you remember?
Yeah. I mean, it's just, I'll see my neighbors. I mean,
see them bringing in groceries.
I see them bringing in groceries, you know? Yeah, I mean, it looks like, without trying to be like a weird, creepy guy, just noticing, looks like they shop at Costco and they bring in groceries from Costco or Safeway. I don't know what else.
I can't remember.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I've seen it, but it's not like
I don't
all
believe
the time.
I don't believe it.
Like, say for how about this? Like yesterday, we got some groceries. I'm thinking about it. Like, yes, I got groceries. Yes, I'm pulling them out. And now that we're talking about this, I mean, I had 3 bags. Yes, it was groceries, but it just, I did everything in one fall swoop. It looks like it just went to my car, or what got out of my car, went to my house. So like, man, that time frame that for the grocery seeing is very, very limited. So I guess when I do see it, it's just like I would be paying attention, and or I just happen to be standing up a lot, taking bong rips. I'm just looking outside my side view window, which is the majority of the time when I see the breed of groceries. Delicious. But also, the big thing why it's noticeable, I guess, is because they throw everything in the trunk, and the trunk's open, so that's a very visible thing with contrast. If I look out, I'm like, oh, the trunk's open. Versus like I'm seeing a windshield.
Yeah.
And like for me, I throw everything in the back seat now.
Yep.
Because I got a 4-door. Throw everything in the back seat, and it's just whoo. Can I talk about just the transition from a 2-door car to a 4-door car? Fucking weird in the beginning. It's very, very different. Like, I'd back in, and when I first got the Subaru, the Subs, I was going to the trunk looking for everything. I'm like, dude, where is it? And then I went, oh, I forgot there's a back seat. Because I was it's like, and it's so much more convenient having that back seat. You just open that door, boop, boop, boop. Like, oh, I don't have to go in the back. I know I'm like behind the times.
A little bit.
Man,
and you have
4
a truck,
doors,
which
bro.
is funny.
Woo! 4 doors, baby. Like, I look at some S2000s, like, man, as much as I want that car, I think of my knees now.
Dude.
Yeah.
S2000 is still one of my dream cars. It doesn't even have to be fancy.
They only just keep going up in value.
I learned how to drive a stick in an S2000.
They're fucking nice.
It's really nice.
They're nice. They're nice. Just got 30 grand laying around for something that's made in 2000s.
It's still not bad though. As long as it's in good shape, good miles.
The whole thing is though, you can't you basically have to have a top tier perfect credit, or you need to come out of pocket like at least for half. Because I asked when I was buying the car, I was talking to the guy. I'm like, so how do you like? Well, let's say we'll get in like a '96 Supra and we'll sell it for like $80,000, like just whatever. He's like, you have to like, you can't just come in off the street and be like, I want to finance this car and I've got like $1,000 down. Like, this is never going to happen because the system doesn't dictate the value of the car. Like, the system dictates it's a fucking old ass car, and the bank won't dictate the real value. They just see like it's an old car. Why do you want to finance this? Whereas that's how insurance is going to view it too. Insurance is going to be like, it's an old car. Your value is like $2,000. Whereas like market value is like 30 grand, you know? So it's like, you can't just, that's why me financing the truck is an 04 truck. It had low miles, but I soon began to realize when I was looking at these cars, like you have to come out of pocket with a good chunk of change just to finance it because it's older. Even though it's these miles and everything fall in like a great realm, it's still an older truck, and the likelihood of it falling apart go higher. So I had to come out of pocket like $3,300 just to put down the truck. Like, And you're never gonna get like killer interest rate because you're buying something super old too, by the way. So just know that. Like, oh yeah, I've looked.
Good to know.
Yeah, I've definitely looked. Oh yeah. It's just sad when you just see the pricing. You're like, damn, this was like cheaper when I was younger. Like, and they don't make this shit anymore.
Yep.
If they ever did, they'd probably look super ugly. Like the new Supras.
I mean, it grows on me now because they made it stick shift. But they didn't. They said like they got one Supra in stick shift. Some guy drove all the way up from LA like the day they got it. He's like, dude, he made a 24-hour round trip, like didn't sleep, drove up from LA, bought the Supra, traded in his car, drove that shit all the way back down, spent over $100,000.
And then crashed it on the way home.
I mean, it would be a story. But all that because it's manual transmission. That's it. Like, dude, if it wasn't manual, he would never came up. Like, and he's like, dude, they don't do holds. They did like a 10-hour hold for the guy. Like, yeah, I'll be there. Don't worry.
I got you.
Like, I will find a fucking way. How fast can you be here? When do you close?
When do you close?
Can you imagine just being a salesman to get that fucking phone call? Yes, I will be here all day. Actually, I got enough time to go home and sleep and come back and I make $5,000 on this deal. Like, God. Discussion.
Right, what you guys got?
I have one that I'm really curious to hear about if Randy remembers the context. Overrated sandwiches.
Overrated sandwiches.
Yeah. And this brings it up because I can only count on one finger that in recent memory that I've had like a tri-tip sando that has been quality. And let me explain. Tri-tip sandos are usually, it's a tri-tip. Yeah. We're gonna cut the meat thick and it's kind of be sitting there for a minute and might get a little dry.
Yep.
Or its meat's too thick or whatever. It's just blah. You take a bite, you're pulling out slices, it doesn't work. I'm just gonna keep going back to it's dry. So last week Tanya and I would go to Oliver's. Obviously we know Oliver's is quality. They have, but they barbecue on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I have had their sandwiches. I've had every single sandwiches. Every single sando has not been that great. It's just kind of like a lot of meat with some bread, not a lot of dressing, whatever.
I'm sorry, where's
so this time Oliver's. Oliver's. And they put everything on like a big ass hoagie roll, which is great and soft, but it's just like the meat is always just meh. So whatever. Me, I can stand in front of In-N-Out's menu and stare at it for 20 minutes just to order the same thing every time. So I let Tanya order. I'm like very hesitant. I'm like, I'm not gonna get a sandwich. Like, I just can't. So Tanya is like, I'm gonna try tip sandwich. I'm like, okay. I know they're big. That's one thing. I know they're big. So I'm like, we get that and some oysters. And I'm like, she's like, you're not gonna get them? I'm like, no, we're just gonna split your sandwich because it's a big sandwich and you're not gonna eat it. And I'm probably gonna get let the fuck down.
Yeah.
So I don't want to get a big sandwich. We get it. Right off the bat, main difference. It was tender. Second, meat was cut way thinner.
Yep.
Okay. 3, it was juicy as fuck. 4, hands down, best tri-tip sandwich I've ever had. And it was only like $13 or $14. Now, when I'm saying this, it's all about the meat in a tri-tip sandwich. It's like the dressings can't save overcooked meat in a sandwich because you're adding dry ass bread to dry meat. Like, it just doesn't work. There's not enough barbecue sauce or mayo in the world. Maybe enough mayo. I don't know.
It's definitely enough mayo.
There's definitely a lot of mayo. But I'm telling you, like, overrated sandos. And I would say tri-tip sandwich is 100% up there. You guys got one.
I would agree with tri-tip sandwiches. I'm like you. Most places it's always dry and it's tough. It's hard to eat. It's too thick. I'm struggling to like bite the sandwich and the meat at the same time and keep it all together.
Yes, that's fair. Yes, it's like it just. I hate it when it's almost like Yep. I love tomatoes on a burger. I love tomatoes on a lot of sandwiches. But the fact of the matter is, a tomato is slimy, it's slippery, and
when you try to bite it, sometimes you'll
something,
pull it out,
or you squeeze the sandwich to try to like. You gotta kind of mesh your ring finger and your pinky to kind of hold the sandwich back because you know it's gonna slide the fuck out, and then you're like, you take the bite, you're like, okay, I'm kind of there. And then you kind of have to like eat your way around the sandwich just to make sure everything stays in place because you got this slippery ass tomato and or a thick piece of fucking steak that just wasn't cut thin enough.
Yeah.
You got me on a rant. Like, huh. This is what you can't go wrong with the pastrami.
I'm just a simple ham or turkey guy.
To me, that's like the overrated sandwiches.
No,
can't stand
a Reuben, a pastrami, or what is it? Corned beef or Reuben?
Yeah,
they're both good.
No.
Man,
I'll say this. I think I don't think it's overrated because when it's done well, it is actually done well. But in my experience, kind of like with you, with tri-tip, I have had so many negative experiences that it's hard to think of like positive. But when I do, I go, man, those are really good. Which is a really, really good meatball sub. Right? And you actually get one where it's like, cool, like this is really, really good. When a meatball sub is on par or like on point, it's unbelievable. You're like, why don't I eat these all the time? They're so good. Yes. But so many places do them so terrible that it's just like, oh yeah, this is why I don't get this, right? and there's just like a place that I went to. I felt so bad because my roommate was like, oh yeah, let's go. It's literally like the best meatball subs in Burbank. It's like 100 years old, like blah 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 blah, whatever, right? And we like go. And he's been talking it up. He's like, yeah, my buddy says this is the place, like da 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 da, blah blah blah. We like get it, and they're like, it's one of those places where you just like order it and they just give it to you. Like you don't pick the toppings or anything like that. It's just like, hey, here's your sandwich. Oh, you ordered it, here it is, right? Yeah. So already I'm like, okay, cool. It's kind of like Mike's at the Crossroads. They charge you to take the cheese off, right? It's like, okay, cool. All right.
I do that. Yeah. You don't want cheese? Fuck you.
Yeah. I was like, all right. So I'm all excited, but then like I get home and I open this thing, and it was just I looked at it and I was like, I just instantly knew, no, I was not gonna enjoy this because there was like this like I don't know how to describe it, like a chopped vegetable, like vinaigrette, like salsa, like antipat or whatever, like just all on top, which is like because it's like. You need to have something. I get it. You need to have something with a meatball sub to give it an extra little bit of like crunch, flavor, pop. But it's really hard because it's like you're not loading. You don't want to like load a meatball sub up with like vegetables because it's just gonna get like what you would normally put on a sandwich, right? So I looked and I was like, well, if they've been around for like 3 generations, I'm sure this. I took one bite and I literally this is like when I was like, I wouldn't say poor. I wouldn't say broke, but I'd say money conscious, right?
Yes.
And I like took so for me it's just like this was an ordeal. Like we drove there, we got him. I was like, this is like we're turning this into a thing. Waste not, right? I took one bite and I literally was like, and I just like wrapped the thing up and I just like pushed it away and I like went and he's like, oh no, are you serious? I was like, dude, I don't know. Do you want it? Because I don't want to waste this, but like this is like the foulest thing I've ever eaten.
Fuck, that's rough.
And he's just like, oh no, really? And then and like I drive past this place every day going to work, and I'm like, fuck.
Do you ever have the urge to try it again?
No, never. And it sucks because when I was talking about meatball, I was trying to think in my head. I was like, man, there was a meatball sub place. Where was it and why did I like it? There's this place,
Subway.
There's this place that was like a Philly cheesesteak place, right? But I also don't like Philly cheesesteaks like as much as like everybody else, right? I'm like, whatever.
God, who are you?
But this Philly cheesesteak place made the most amazing meatball subs, right? So anytime we would like, go there with work, we'd be like, hey, you want to go to cheese? I was like, yeah, I do. Literally went there and like consistently meatball sub. And I finally went in there, I was like, yeah, can I get the meatball sub? Like, oh yeah, we don't make those anymore. And I was like, what do you mean? It's like, yeah, we don't make those. We're just cheesesteaks now. And I literally was like, oh, okay. And I just walked away. And like everyone in my was like, you don't want to, I was like, you don't understand. I'm sure their cheesesteaks are great, but I came here for this.
Yes.
And anything else that I would get here is I'm just gonna be disappointed with it. Despite how good it is, I know that I'm gonna be so literally just sat there and like I've never gone back to that place. And it just sucks because it was like so freaking good. But then yeah, it's just rough. It's just rough. Meatball subs, I think, are for the most part overrated, not the concept of, but the execution.
I don't know if I've ever actually had a meatball sub.
Oh,
you just said Subway.
Well, yeah, but I've never ate one from there.
I'll tell you, it's hit or miss. But I did find a. My problem with meatball subs is it's either comes extremely hot or just mild. Like, and the really hot ones just burn the fuck out of your mouth, your roof, and you just keep eating it because I'm already in it.
Seems like too much work to eat.
All right, dude. I want to talk about if you want to ruin your asshole, you go to Subway, you get a meatball sub, and you line pepperoni on the outside first, and then you do the meat. Like, I saw my coworker do that. One's like, no, this is the way to do it. Oh my god, so amazing, but terrible. Like, and then you put their screamy sriracha sauce on it. Oh my god,
dude!
Like I'm just basically
talk about a
grease.
Cleanser. Yeah.
Oh yeah. But I mean, I want to just segue or kind of like piggyback off what Bert said. Like, how many times have you bought food and just threw it away? They're like, this is
too much.
Like, this sucks.
Yeah.
Like, I can't remember like a specific time, but more so in recent memory when you're like, I know I shouldn't be wasting this. I know money is God, but right now I'm going to throw this away because I just don't know why.
Yeah.
This is terrible.
Yeah.
Not so much with like fast food or anything, but I would say, or you spend time to like microwave or like bake a dish and it's just like,
yeah,
fuck, I guess I'll order food.
Yeah,
I hate doing that.
Yeah, me too. I think for me, it's like I am notorious for when I go grocery shopping, looking at something, seeing what I want, and being like, oh, there it is, and then grabbing the thing that's right next to it. That's not what I want on accident. For example, I love iced tea. I can't stand sweet tea. I do not like sweetener in my tea. I need it like just regular iced tea.
Fair.
I cannot tell you the amount of times that I've looked and I'll be like, oh, there's the unsweetened tea. And like, I'll go to grab it. And for some reason, my brain just grabs the thing right next to it. They're two different colors. But like, I'll grab the other thing, buy it, get home, and like, I'll look, I'm like, fuck, it happened again. And it's like sweet tea. And I won't drink it. So I'll just bring it in my office and be like, hey, I made a mistake.
That is hilarious. Fuck, it happened again. That's great. That's a good story. That's good.
You don't return it?
No. I don't.
Dude,
I don't return things to the grocery stores. My mom is like, she'll tell me about how she'll like buy something and be like, oh, I opened it up and it was like expired and I returned it. I was like, the effort that you're spending to go back to a grocery store to return something, to me, no.
Yes.
I just don't see it. But like, I get it. I literally was at the grocery store and I was buying all these things, and like there was a clear divider of stuff between me and like the next guy, but for some reason the cashier, I think, was just out of it and like grabbed the next guy's thing, and it was like a seltzer water or whatever, and like scans it. I was like, no, that's not mine. He's like, oh, and he just like puts the thing back. But in my head I go, yeah, but you need to deduct it from my bill. Like, I'm not buying his seltzer water. But like, I had just been waiting in line for so long that I was like, I just want to get the fuck out of here. And I knew in my head, I was like, I'm buying this thing. And then like, I see it. I literally look at the thing and I still see it on there. I was like, fuck it. And all I want to say out loud is to be like, hey, cool, I guess I'm going to buy your water. Like, don't charge him again. Like, hey man, I just bought that for you. You're welcome. But like, I was just in such like, cause after work, I was just like, it's such a
so funny
state. I don't know how to describe it. Like, ring it up, buy it, and I'm walking. I was like, whatever. It's like, no, in my head, I'm like, my brain is like, say something, because that guy's literally gonna charge that guy again for that like 70 cents water that you just bought. Like the guy just ripped you off and ripped that guy off, right? But in my head, I was like, no, and I'm literally staring at the receipt as I'm walking out to my car, like getting more and more angry, but like not saying anything because I'm just so exhausted and tired from the day. That like I get home, I was like, well, whatever. That guy just made that store an extra 70 cents because he charged us twice for this fucking thing. But yeah, man, it's like I don't know how to describe. Sorry, to go back to Randy's point, when you're like, wasting food or throwing stuff away, it always comes from a place of like either disappointment or exhaustion, right? Like my old when I used to live in Van Nuys, when my roommate would just be like, hey, are you all right? Because I just would open the fridge and I would just stare into the fridge for like 2 minutes, right? Like, no, maybe it's an exaggeration, but like 60 seconds, right? And like, that's a waste. I'm just wasting energy, right? But she would all be like, are you okay? And I was like, sorry, I'm like trying to make a decision on what to eat. And like, I've just been making so many decisions all day long and dealing with like other people's problems all day long. By the time I get home, it's like, there's nothing in the tank. There's absolutely zero. Dude. So like, I'll just sit there and be like, I don't know. I don't have the mental capacity to make a decision on what I want to eat because I'm just so exhausted. Right.
Yeah. Yes.
And so anytime I'm always like looking at this stuff, like when I'm like looking at food and I'm like, I'm throwing this away. It's always because I'm like, it's not depression, but it's just like a point where I'm like I'll eat, like you said, like make a dish, like I'll eat something and I'll be like, oh, wow, this kind of sucks. I could muscle through this. And I just scrape it in the trash and then throw something in the microwave and then like just sit and like veg out for like the next 2 hours, right? It's rough, man. It's rough. It's like a waste. Like I know it's a waste. Like I'm yelling at myself, don't do this, but I'll do it because I'm just so like,
I know, like there's so many you just can't go. You just can't go.
We'd buy like, now we only shop for like the next week, but we used to shop for like 2 weeks ahead, and then shit would go bad, or when it comes time to cook something, we'd be like, I don't want that anymore.
Yep.
Yeah, I know. Like
so
I'm like
leave
there
it
with chicken.
Throw it away.
Yeah, dude. Like me and my old coworker used to have like a joke. I mean, or maybe like my coworker, I think Bert, you're in on this too. Like if I just want to burn money, I'll buy avocados.
Yep.
Dude.
Yep.
I just want to burn cash, I'll just buy avocados.
They go bad so fast.
They're like,
they go like bad super fast.
They go bad super fast, and it's like they take forever to become good. Like I'll buy them. I'll buy them like when they're not right, knowing like, all right, here we go. And then all of a sudden it's just like I'll keep checking it every single day, and I'm like, nope, still really hard. And then like I don't check it for 2 days, and I go to touch it, and it's just like, and I'm like, wow, okay, well, what a fucking waste.
Yeah, like I remember my manager came in with like a half an avocado one day. Dude, he's like, bro, I got to. It's ripe now. It's gonna go bad in my house. I know it's gonna go bad. It's like and it's like I stopped buying avocados for the reason of like it's a good deal. It's a good deal. It's only a good deal if I actually use the product. I'm basically giving. I might as well just mail my fucking $5 to somewhere in Mexico and say, here you go, dude. Like, because I'm not doing anything. And let me just mail like 80 cents to the gas station. Like, fuck, here you go, bro. Because I'm not eating it.
Just make some avocado toast.
Avocado has to be right first.
Yeah.
Bam.
Okay, can we talk about the One Ring for 1 second?
For one second. Ready, go. Okay.
9.
All right. What?
No, we talked about it for 1 second. I said 9.
9?
Mm-hmm.
What's 9?
It's funny you say that, Dalton. So remember we've talked before about we've talked about the One Ring. There's only one made for Magic, and there's like a $2 million bounty on it, et cetera, blah 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 blah. See previous episodes. It was found. We talked about it a little bit before we recorded, and there's only one. There's only one, and the guy literally went and did exactly what Randy said, which is as soon as he pulled that thing, the guy sent it off to get graded, right? Or maybe it was Dalton, or all of us together.
That was Randy.
Yeah, okay. Immediately got this thing graded, graded at a value of 9.
That's kind of wild.
It's fucking wild, right? You only made one of these things.
That
right?
grader must have been a douche.
Kind of, yeah.
There's part of a fingerprint smudge on the corner. It's not a perfect card.
Yes, that's exactly.
I go get that shit regraded.
That's kind of my point too, right? Like, there's only one of these things, and the biggest joke that everyone's talking about is like, there's one and it's rated 9. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy.
So 9 is like the condition or whatever.
Correct. Yeah. So it's like
near mint.
How?
Near mint.
If you literally just got it, took it out. I mean,
but
you would think the dude's gonna be super careful with it. I'd just buy a bunch of bubble wrap and.
But you never.
I don't think bubble wrap would.
Yeah, it could have been printing. Could have been printing stuff. The guy could have been like, "Oh, you see this like." You know,
but that makes it even more valuable.
That's
there was 2, and you have a misprint of 1.
Yeah, ultimately, it's one of those things where I don't think it affects the value of this thing too much because there's only one of them. But it's like everyone was like, "You got to be kidding me, dude! Like, this is a 9, 9."
Dude, I guarantee 9 graders walked in there and they're like, "Hey, let's just grade this like we're."
So when you graded a 9,
men.
Do they tell you why it's not a 10?
I don't know. Sure. I think they do.
That's a great question.
But that is a great question. I don't know.
I'd be like, I want to know.
We gave you a 9 because no card's a 10.
Yeah, but you can have like a 9.7 or like a 9.
Yeah.
You can have these things. Like, I get it. Nothing is like there will probably be nothing that's like a 10 because it'll literally be like there's absolutely no imperfections with this.
I opened this pack with white gloves in a sterile room with people around on a velvet table.
Yeah.
But
even then, there's issues with like printing and the packaging and all that stuff. Like, I get it. So it's just, I don't know. To me, it was like both funny, but also like, what the fuck?
Little sense of pettiness.
Yeah.
Well, watch. Star Wars fan.
This article says why the card was graded at mint 9 and not 10 remains to be answered.
Watch, the guy's gonna take his million. I'm gonna sue you.
And it says PSA, excuse me, did not immediately reply for comment.
That's the probably review board. That's crazy. Yeah, that's nuts. But that's what I'm saying. You can't. It's so stupid. God, it's so stupid.
At least that thing's in a fucking super protective case now.
Yep.
It should be drop proof, waterproof, everything proof.
Some people are saying you could already see curling in the promotional videos.
Oh wow. Yeah, probably. Yeah. I think because they had like Elijah Wood. Anyways. Yeah, well, I mean, we can talk
Elijah
about
Wood. You held the card and now you made it go down in value. Damn it!
You would think that would make it go up? Literally, Frodo touched the ring. But whatever.
Would it be worth more
maybe
if
Sam
autographed it, or it would go down in value if you autographed it?
I don't think I'd want him to autograph it.
I wouldn't, but you never know. I'd have Peter Jackson autograph it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'd go with that.
I'd have Gandalf autograph it. I just don't know about Elijah Wood. I need Ian McKellen and Boromir. All the people I could see myself as.
Oh my god.
Can we talk about cornhole for a moment?
Cornhole?
Cornhole.
Sure. Yeah, let's talk about it.
Okay. So is everyone here familiar with the game cornhole?
Love it.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's a good party game, right? You're out doing stuff and someone busts out the cornhole and then bags are thrown around into holes, right?
But
and also this game is being played. So all right. I was at a pool party yesterday, my friends across the street, and long story short, there's a new person that was there. And they were like talking. Everyone goes off goes actually in the pool and talking, drinking. I'm hanging out with my other buddy outside the pool by like all the food and the booze. And we just kind of see this commotion happening, and I was like, "What's going on?" And then somebody's like, "Oh shit, it's on." I was like, "What happened?" It's the new guy. New guy shows up to the group, so it's his like first time there with everybody. He's a friend of a friend, and starts talking about like, yeah, I'm pretty good at cornhole. I could take anyone here on kind of thing.
What are these guys?
And I was like, immediately, I was like, oh, one of these guys.
Had he been drinking or was he sober?
Yes, 100%. Like drinking like a bottle of like tequila, right? Something like that. And because I showed up late to it and everyone was already kind of blitz. In a good way. So he challenged, he's like, yeah, I'm pretty good at that, not knowing that one of the guys who lives in the building is like rated like 117 in the state, right? And he's like in cornhole, and the asterisk.
What are the coincidences of that?
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like everyone talks a big game until all of a sudden it's like, oh shit moment, right? So I'm just, so of course the guy's like, literally goes to his car, pulls out like his set, right? And he's got like a travel case. He's got different colored bags for like this is the slider, this is the spinner, basically.
Is this the guy talking shit, or is this
this is like the professional guy. He's like, oh, you just fucked up kind of thing. And everyone's just like, oh, you fucked up. And I was just like, I'm seeing this thing unfold, just sitting there being like, just drinking a beer, being like, this is amazing. Like I'm seeing this guy is about to get wrecked. And like he goes, no, like you don't challenge me. You have to play my wife. And if you beat my wife, then you play me. And it was kind of like, you're not like, basically, I don't spend time with amateurs. Like, no, I'm not going to even entertain the idea of playing you because you probably
I love that he says you have to beat my wife first.
Yeah.
And then you can play me.
And it's because his wife was really good. Was really good. And so like
prerequisite for playing him.
In my head, I was like, so he's like, you got to beat this mini boss before you fight the boss, right? And I was like, all right. So like now like the entire group is like very transfixed on this thing. And the guy's like, all right, cool. All right, I mean, and credit to him. He like very confident, in a good way of like, let's all right, let's go. And the other guy was just talking so much smack in a good way too. I was just like cracking up. And he's like, all right, like 21 feet. He's like, 21 feet? No. We play regulation here. 27 feet, motherfucker. And like, it's just like, oh no. And I'm seeing like all of like the things, just like everything get like, it was like a movie, like everything get like more and more worse for this guy. Like, yeah, I'm pretty good at corn. Are you? And then it's just like, and then like 27, and then like, dude got just smoked. It was like, what do you play to? Like,
I mean, I haven't played. I mean, not so into cornhole, but was like to like
20.
I don't say 20, but I think there's a points. Like if you're on the board, it's like was it between 1, 2, and 3 points?
Yeah. It's 1, 2, 3 point. Like, and you play to like 20, right? I think it's like the first. It was like 20-1. The guy scored 1 point, right? And he played the pro. His wife played, not him, right? So you gotta be my wife first, and she just like smoked him. But you could tell that she was just, whatever. So we're all laughing, having a good time, but it was just seeing this thing unfold. Of like, imagine being the equivalent of like, you're at a party and somebody's like, oh yeah, I'm pretty good at like Lord of the Rings. You're like, are you? And you just slam down like your like Rohirrim deck kind of thing, right, Randy? Like that's the like, you never know. Everyone kind of like, you're at a party, you're all joking. All of a sudden, there's like a professional there. It's like, oh fuck, I made a terrible mistake, right? Yeah, it's just so funny to see this shit in real time. It was great.
That's good. I like that. I like that.
Was he a good sport about it?
Yeah, I think he was.
Or you gotta get humbled real quick.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. So, and the guy's like, no, I'm not playing you. I don't play amateurs. I was like, damn, dude. I was like, can you just throw a couple bags around? Let me just see it.
I love that though. You gotta beat the mini boss before you can fight me.
Dude, I would, yeah.
That's pretty hilarious.
It's pretty good.
You know what else is good? Beating bosses. Well, maybe not bosses, but orcs.
Yeah, let's go. Let's freaking go. I'm so excited. I'm so ready.
Fucking hold on. All right. You guys ready?
I am.
So we left off. Let me share my screen that I worked on.
Yes.
Share.
It makes me want to
see my little game board.
Mm-hmm.
Is it big enough?
Nice.
It is.
So here's the orcs.
Mm-hmm.
These are I couldn't find like, I don't know. These are the characters I found.
Yeah,
kind of close by.
Yep.
So, did we already roll for who was going?
Yeah. I had initiative. Okay. No, wait. I think you have initiative. I mean, at the time, you had initiative, then it goes to me.
Yep.
Then I want to say Brumel, then Brody.
Oh, yeah, wait, I think I have it written down. Have. Yeah, okay. Or do I?
I want to go buy a $45 pack. Just now, I want just Elvish cards.
Mm-hmm.
Because then I'll go send it off and get graded and sell it if possible.
Magic.
I gotta learn how to play again. My coworker was saying like the Magic has like a system online that literally it just teaches you how to play because you can't do any wrong moves that are legal moves. It's just like just click. He's like, that's an easy way.
Yeah. Nah. I know what he's talking about. It's not that it's not cool or fun. It's definitely there, but we can literally do the thing that I showed you, which is just
I like the idea of tilting the camera down and Can you rock 2 cameras on one computer? I know that's a dumb question.
Yeah, I think you can as long as you have the inputs. I mean, some programs will freak out.
I think you would definitely need 2 separate programs. But you should be able to.
Yeah.
I mean, you could do OBS.
We could do
I rock OBS.
Yeah, OBS you should be able to select 2 different cameras.
Yeah. OBS is pretty good, and I know most, or at least a lot of streamers just use OBS.
Yeah,
I mean, dude, I watched a tutorial video on OBS just to understand OBS, but now that I understand it, that makes sense. Sorry, dude, it's so hot. I had to hook up the AC to my room.
Dude, it was so hot yesterday.
Yeah, it was. Dude, it's hot right now.
Yeah.
I took Ninja was like, let's go for I project a conversation on my animal all the time. My dog was like, hey, look, I want to go for WALK. And I looked at him, I was like, no, dog, it's too hot outside. You don't trust me. It's too hot. He's like, no, let's go. So I was like, all right, this is on you. So we like went outside and like it's like not quite oppressively hot, but pretty close. And so in my head, I'm like, we're going once around the block, and that's it because it's too warm out here.
Yeah.
Granted, he just got groomed, so all of his excess fur is gone. So he's not like, but he's still hot, and he's still nasty. So we start walking, and he's like, dude, let's go for the long walk. Because he starts to pull in one direction. I was like, no, dog, no, we're going the short one around the block. He's like, no, come on. I was like, nope. So start walking. Halfway through, he just goes, okay, cool, I'm done. And like just like lies down in the shade. And I was like, that's fine. I told you, that's fine. Here's some water, but like I told you. And like I literally had to like pick him up and carry him for the rest of the walk. And I was like, and the whole time I'm like talking to him, I was like, man, I told you it's too hot. You know, blah, 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 blah. You should listen to me. Your dad knows best. Yeah. And then as we get here, and then like he drinks some water, he just gobbles it down. And then I'm like getting ready because I'm gonna like head out to this pool thing. And he's like, oh, you're gonna go outside? Can I come with you? I was like, we just went through this, bro. Like water now. What are you talking about?
Yeah, because I took forever to get the room to like a reasonable temperature yesterday, just starting from like 90 degrees. Mm-hmm. So anyway, in the middle of the night, like I set a timer on it because I just don't want it running constantly, even though I basically did.
Yeah.
And I woke up and then I'm like, oh my god, I'm like sweating. What the fuck? I don't have any of the sheets on. And then fucking Morty's just like right there on the bed. I'm like, you're really just in a spot I would never expect you to be in, and you're sprawled out, but it's adorable and I don't want to move you. But also you have fucking fur. You're like a little oven. Man.
What?
But I kind of figured the cats would migrate into the room because I had the AC on in there.
Yeah,
they're either gonna laying downstairs or there. Yeah.
I got this thing which is pretty chill. It's like it's basically just water down here.
Yeah.
And you put like a block of ice in it, like this thing, and it just brings the cold air up. It shoots it out because I got the full AC unit in my living room, but it never really gets into here. So between this and like a fan, but like I just saw him like sprawled out. Like when I put the AC on out there, he was just like cool. And he does the whole like stretched out on the ground. I was like, "Yep, I told you." It's fucking warm.
What typically is like a success roll? Like what number?
So if you're attacking us, right? We all have defensive values. So you were going to look at your orcs, right? And you're going to be like, remember at the bottom, they have either ranged or melee, right? So you're like, cool, well, they were going to shoot their little shitty bow at us. And then you roll your attack, and there's like a little plus number next to it. So it's going to be like range +2 or whatever, +3. You compare that to our AC value. So if you're like, let's say you're shooting at me, right? Because I was trying to draw their aggro. You go, Bert, what's your AC value? I'll tell you, right? As long as your number roll plus your modifier is equal to or greater than my defense, then I get hit. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So we can do a run on this. Well, Dalton, what's happening? Who's doing what?
Okay, so yeah, these guys go first. So we're gonna say the left is A, the left is B. Or sorry, the right's B. I'm actually going to so this guy's gonna move this way. And then so for their it says they have a jagged knife or bow of horn. Is that do they have both or just one of? Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, you can pick. You can be like, hey, they don't have it, but yeah, they would have both.
Well, would you just do both, or would you like roll to see which one they have?
I mean, you could do either, right? Or you can just pick. You could be like, one of them's the archer guy, one of them's the melee guy, and you can break it up like that. You can just say they have both, and then like they swap between them, right?
Yeah.
I don't think it's unreasonable to think that they have both, but it's your call.
I'm gonna say this guy, the A guy, only has the jagged knife.
Yeah.
So he's gonna do 2 actions, and he's gonna move that way. And then this guy's actually gonna stay. And he's going to, because I don't believe do they see me? I can't remember. Sorry. I know you guys know as much as me, but
I don't think that I'm gonna say no.
All right, cool. You know what? Let's roll for it.
Damn it.
Roll 19. He sees me. But he is worried about you, so he's going to use his bow of horn.
I'm trying.
I'm gonna move it up. Okay, so I roll for him. He gets an 8. Boo.
An 8 plus 3.
12.
That would be 11.
You're right. My bad. I know how to count.
And he's shooting at me, right?
Yeah, he's shooting at you.
So you'd be like, Bert, what's Brumel's AC?
Bert, what's Brumel's AC?
17, motherfucker. I'll try again.
What? Cool. So he goes to shoot you. And what does it do?
It's like I have my shield up.
Yeah.
I got my so it's kind of like, like 300 where you do like the shield wall. And they're moving forward. So I'm kind of like, banging, because again, I'm trying to draw all the aggro to me because I know that I can tank it because I got a high AC. So like I'm like prepared. I see him like pulling out the bow and I'm like shield wall up. And then you said he got like an 11. So just doesn't even come close to me. Like lands right in front of me. I go, oh man. All right.
All right. So it's Radol's turn.
All right, so I take it that the goblin obviously saw me when I stood up and then fell down. They're trying to willfully fall down to stay out of sight, but obviously they must have seen me for one to advance.
Yeah, I went straight to you. Just trying to draw him.
I am going.
Yeah, no, I see it. Randy's the dude in the blue, right?
Yeah,
You're throwing me off because I feel like I have a spear or a
yeah. You want to swap? You want to swap me and him so that he's the horse guy, and then I'm the blue dude with the spear.
Oh, that Randy had the spear.
He had a spear tip.
Wait, Bert? Do you have a spear?
Yeah, I got like a giant spear.
Oh, okay.
I got like the pole arm. I'm like
gotcha. He's got like a pike.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
What do you have, Randy?
I've got I've got a scimitar, an axe, and a spearhead.
Got it.
He's got like the tip of a spear.
And I don't think I ever, or did I? I don't recall if I actually got my dagger back or not. It's on here, but
nope.
I don't know. Okay, so it's gone. It's gone with the wind.
Gone with the wind and those bandits.
All right, so because individual is super close, and they are weaker. Yeah, I mean, I want to take. Yeah, I want to take the axe and I want to just spring up and attack.
Get him.
Get him. Get him. Get him.
Right,
you know, it's funny that
get him.
Dude, what is it like? Tanya just put on Gravity Falls, and then of course, the episode you just see get him.
Okay, Randy, roll for me.
Yeah. What am I rolling?
What are you rolling?
My dexterity or strength?
You're doing melee?
Yeah.
Yeah, melee. It should be your strength, right?
Okay.
It's melee.
I got a 12.
What's their AC?
Oh, mine. And what's the AC? Is that the strength?
Armor class.
There should just be a number that's
12.
You rolled a 12?
Yeah, I rolled a 12.
Yeah, get him.
So okay, so for how would that figure?
All right, so how does it translate? So if I'm rolling my dex or my strength is 15, my dexterity is 11, and I roll a 12, and their AC is 12.
So you rolled a 12, right? And you're adding your base attack. Let me pull up my sheet. Can I actually share screen for a second?
No, you damaging.
Let's see. You should be able to now, I think. Maybe.
Okay. Pulling up the right thing.
Is there a way to move this chair bar thing?
Really yes, you can. You should be able to.
The Microsoft.
You just grab it and drag it.
Shit. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Okay. Let me pull up my Zoom. Where'd you guys go? Oh, can you stop sharing screen though?
Yes.
Cool. Okay. So. This is a blank sheet, so don't worry about it. But like you have your armor class here, right? And let's see. You have Okay. So you'll have like a strength modifier, right? So what's your strength score, Randy?
15.
So that should be a +2, right? I believe that's +2. So then basically you roll and then you add 2 to it since you're using strength. So you rolled a 12 +2 is 14. So that's 14 against their 12. So that would be a hit. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So my melee is going to be tied into my strength.
Yeah. Melee is strength modifier, and then range attacks is your dexterity. So
now, is strength modifier +2 because I have it at 15, or would it be only a +1 if it was like 14?
I think it's 10 and 11 are 0, 12 and 13 are +1. 14 and 15 is +2.
Okay.
So, does that make sense?
Yeah. Gotcha.
Okay. Back to the map, Dalton.
So you got a 14?
You got a 14. Yeah.
So how do I calculate the amount of hit points?
So Randy used his axe, right?
Axe.
So his axe should have a damage value. Do you have that written down there, Randy? Anywhere?
Not at all. I don't have any damage values written down.
Okay. Is it using a great axe?
It's just an axe.
Just an axe. Just an axe. Okay. Let me pull this up. Hold for one moment, please.
Holding.
Master's Guide. Master's Guide. Okay. I'm gonna go down to. Oh, maybe it's in the player guide. That's right. Player's Guide. Player's Guide. Yep. Okay. Classes, virtue, journey, background, equipment is 146. 146, please. Okay. Gold, Weapons, mail.
You said you have a great axe?
No, I just have a basic axe.
He just has a basic axe. So, basic axe does 1d8 worth of slashing damage. So, take 1d8. An 8-sided dice.
What's the d8 look like?
Yeah, it looks like a little mini, like one of these. It's like a bunch of triangles, 2 pyramids on top of each other.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, I got one right here. No, that's a 9. Huh.
There's no 9. That can't be possible.
That's a 10. I think I got one right here. Yeah, okay. Ooh, 2.
Okay, so he does 2 damage. But, look at one thing. Damage, no, half the damage I show. Ah, yes. Okay. Were you using the weapon one-handed or two-handed?
At this point, in fairness of the game, it would be one-handed because I believe I took out my spearhead last game. Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Then yeah, so it just does 2 damage.
And what is the damage total for that guy?
7.
Okay.
Yeah. So he's got 5 left now.
Yep.
So is it for moving? It's either a move action and a melee action, or you get 2 melee actions.
You get 1 move action. You get 1 additional action, right? And you get as many free actions within reason. So you could do a move and a move, or you could do a move and attack. You can't do an attack unless you have special abilities. So for the goblin, it seemed like he used movement to move and then another movement. So Randy attacked. He can move. He can a movement is imagine any kind of movement. So it's he used the axe, but if he wants to pull something else out, that's a movement, right? Or if he wants to swap the axe out for something else, right? That's a movement. It's not necessarily physically moving another space. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But you hit him, you glanced him, did some damage.
Randy, would you like to have another move?
At this point, I would like to physically move diagonal down a block towards Rebel.
And can you share your screen?
Oh yeah.
It's just the way I vision it is the goblin runs up to me. I kind of do look a little whoo, boosh, kind of get it in the shoulder or something, and they kind of just back off.
Yeah,
that's how I. Yeah.
So when you're locked in melee, right, and you try to move away, it's kind of you don't roll or anything, but there is an attack of opportunity. So if you're rolling away, it gets to do a free attack at you because you're leaving its combat zone.
Gotcha.
But it's a little goblin, so it should be fine. Does that make sense though?
Yes.
Yeah. So it does get if he's moving away.
Yeah.
So you get a free roll.
Yeah. Tell me you get a free roll.
What's that?
So where on the map are you moving, Randy?
I want to move diagonal right. Mm-hmm. Diagonal down in the right.
This way?
Yes.
Yep. And so because he just left the combat zone of the little goblin dude.
Yeah.
He gets a free attack against Randy.
Oh, the goblin guy.
Mm-hmm.
But he can't really use his sticky stick, jagged knife that far, can he?
It's kind of like he was attacking him as he was walking away.
Okay, cool. Let's roll then. No, stop. Yeah, I really need my dice.
I can roll for you.
Yeah, go ahead and roll.
Oh, it's a 0. I rolled a 17.
Ooh.
Oh, I have an AC of 14.
So it's just it's a hit automatically.
Mm-hmm.
And then do we roll again to see how much hit?
Mm-hmm. So you look at the little knife. What is the knife damage?
Oh, sorry. Knife damage. Where are you? It's +3 to hit. Reaches 5 feet. Hit 3. 1d4 + 1.
Yep, 1d4 + 1.
Where's my
roll for that?
Roll. You got it.
Okay, so I rolled. I got a 2 + 1, so that would be 3.
3 off of Randy.
So then, where's my actual damage? Or I'm just down to 13 armor right now until I go.
No, you should have health points.
So what are my health points?
I don't.
So we never got this far.
What? We never got this far.
Well, we never. I don't have any. I don't have like
okay,
health points down anywhere in here.
All right. Solve this real quick. Give me a second. What class are you? You're like a
wanderer. Yeah.
Second. My computer's running really slow for some. Okay, class: Scholar, Slayer, Treasure Hunter, Wanderer, 81.
And then where does the health point even go on the sheet?
If you look at, I'll tell you. Okay. Wanderer. Okay, so you are 10 points. Because we're only level 1, right? So what's your Constitution score?
11.
Okay, so 0. Okay, so you have 10. You have 10 health.
Okay, so where do I put that actually on
your sheet?
Actually put.
Yeah. So Randall has 10 health.
Yeah. So
you see
where
or
total. So you see where it says armor class at the top.
Yeah.
And then it says current hit points.
Yeah.
So you have 10 normally, right?
Okay.
So maximum you can say is like 10, but you currently right now only have, if you took 4, you have 6.
Okay. Okay.
It's all right. I'm going to run in and just fucking decapitate this dude.
So he has 7 left now?
If he took 4 damage,
4?
6.
Sorry, I thought he only took 3 damage.
No, but you have the modifier +1.
Oh, wait, you're right. 3. He took 3.
Oh,
because it was 2 + 1. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Good call.
Okay.
Good GM.
Okay.
All right. Elf dudes?
Now it's my turn, right? Yeah.
Is it him, then me? I rolled a 6 on initiative, so I think he got higher. Maybe it was...
Yeah, I got a 7.
Yeah, okay. Then, yeah, it is elf bro.
So I'm going to try my short bow at...
Get him.
I'm going to do it at this guy. The A1. Because he's kind of pursuing Randy right now.
Mm-hmm. You need me to roll for you?
Yeah, go ahead and roll.
Okay.
Just easier that way. If you don't mind.
Yeah, you rolled in that 1.
Ooh.
This guy stinks.
Would I even try to do a modifier in that case?
I normally do 1s are automatic failures and
Okay.
20s are automatic hits.
Okay.
Were you trying to shoot a bow at me or throw a stick at me?
Me?
Yeah.
He's trying to shoot a bow at the goblin.
I'm trying to shoot at the goblin, not you.
Oh, gotcha. I'm sorry.
Here.
Okay, so yeah, Robin Hood Men in Tights.
I go to pull it, and I've never really been in like this sort of like before, so I'm like kind of shaking, and I pull it out, and I go to do it, and I don't give enough strength because I'm like trying to hurry, and it goes right into the dirt.
Do you want to move though?
Yeah, actually, that's probably a better idea. So I'm gonna move. Where the fuck are you? Stab it. Can you? Where'd you move? There it goes. All right, I'm gonna move up that one.
Okay. All right. My turn.
Yes.
Here we go. Let me get my notes up. I got some dope shit. All right, so I see the goblin in the back shooting those arrows. It kind of, I'm like, whatever. I see the elf dude shoot, and I'm like, they can handle each other. See that Radol is, he's. I am naturally inclined to move to him because I see like him moving to the right, so it's kind of like we're tightening the ranks kind of thing. So immediately I'm going into like Easterling Phalanx training mode, right? So I'm like, okay, great. So I'm going to take my move action to move to the square diagonal left. So I'm kind of like moving towards that goblin, and then I'm going to try and like...
Sorry, it's supposed to be swapping, aren't we?
Yeah. And then I'm going to try and stab him.
Stab.
Okay. Come on, baby. Don't let me down.
You threw me off with the guys. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Here we go. I got a 5. Damn, dude.
5.
It's all about the rolls.
If I hit him, God, I would do so much damage. Okay.
So you didn't hit him, right?
I did not hit him. So I'm kind of like, I'm just swinging at him, keeping him at bay. Is what I'm hoping it looks like, but I just swing and a miss.
Boo.
Okay. But I'm trying to lock him up because now if he tries to move away, right, I get an attack of opportunity. So either I'm like really, I'm wanting him to focus on me. Again, I'm trying to tank this stuff.
Okay, so then it's this guy's turn. He's just gonna, since you try to attack him, and he kind of like dodged out of the way or whatever you want to call it, then he's gonna try to go for you now.
Great. Can I back up and just use for a free action?
Oh yeah, sorry.
Can I? No. I did say pass, but can I yell something at him?
Yeah. I mean, you can move too if you want. It's
no. I use my movement to get up to him, so I moved up and I attacked.
Oh, that's right.
So I just want to yell, "Come, embrace your death." But I'm missing him. Just trying to draw his aggro, which it seems like it's working. Yay! All right.
You're gonna embrace your death. And roll. Ooh, I rolled a 17.
Oh fuck! You rolled a 17?
Yes.
Damn it! That's exactly my AC.
17. I'm gonna do this. You can see my rolls. Okay. 17.
1d4 plus 1.
Roll 2, 3.
Okay. So I am at 9 health.
9 health.
Yep.
And then how do you
you little shit. Kill you.
Right? That's kind of like I feel like fuck you, dude. He's swiping at me and got me on the arm.
Yeah.
And he's just gonna stay. Oh. And then the guy up top is actually gonna go for me now. Because he sees I'm trying to get involved in the action. Roll. Ooh, 5.
Oh god.
Is that +3? For the
I can't remember what their stats were. Maybe it was was it +3? +2?
It's +3.
Yeah, +3.
It's +3.
All right. Do we forget that? 5. No, wait. Do I do a... Okay, never mind. 5. So 8.
5 + 3 is 8. I don't know what your AC is.
So So
I'm
much.
assuming it's more than
12.
Yeah, cool.
Or no, mine.
Yeah. Roddy.
15.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're fine.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
So his little bow goes and misses me because he misjudged my size.
Judge me not by your size.
Judge me not. What the fuck? And then he's just gonna stay.
Yes. Yeah.
Get
him, Randy.
My move. All right. Kind of very odd one.
Yeah.
Real quick, how do you
done?
Where's? Never mind. Never mind. I see the hit points on this one. I kind of just grabbed these stats from something else.
Dude. Yeah.
So if I put the spearhead away, is that a movement?
Mm-hmm. You could drop it maybe as a free action.
I'll allow it.
All right, let me debate that for a sec.
Because here's the thing, I'll explain this. Your axe has, what did we say the damage was? 1d8, right?
1d8, yeah.
It has versatile, so if you're using it with two hands, you get an extra damage bonus, right? Because you're like really swinging down on it.
All right, I'll drop the dagger if allowed as a free action.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna. Man, I think I need to have like the digital one, so because I'm running out of paper space. Okay, let me just scratch out the dagger.
Yeah, you can too.
Okay, then I want to.
I mean, you can go pick it back up afterwards.
Wield the axe with two hands now.
Yeah.
And then, I want to move up a space, and then I want to move up diagonal to the left, and then I want to attack.
Get him. Because if he's focused on one of us, right?
It should not be taking this long, though.
Maybe you can argue that his back is turned to you. Bonus.
Ninja.
Is his attention on Brumel, and does he notice me? I mean, he must notice me to an extent, but is he fixated on Brumel?
I did call him a little shit.
He is fixated on Brumel.
Yes.
Okay.
He'll notice you, but not enough to, because he's very angry with Brumel right now.
Oh yeah.
With the trash talk, trying of the stabby stab.
I'm gonna shit on your grave.
All right. I want to obviously wield the axe with two hands, and I want to attack.
Attack. And this is he rolls his melee again, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's a D10. Hey,
D20.
You don't know what happened. Oh, they're in this bag. Sorry.
The fact that you all have bought so much dice from Fundemonium.
Dude, I have hella dice, but I don't know where they're at.
Where are they?
Yeah, I got all my D20s in here. Let's go with this one. Okay.
Yeah, come on.
17.
Yeah!
Ooh.
Get him!
And then I rolled the D8 for the modifier. Where's the dude? I just had it. What the hell? Oh, yeah, that's why it's 6. Okay, yeah.
Do a D8, and then
roll 3,
and then also do a D10 since you used it with two hands.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, you get both. You get both.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Or maybe it's let me look. Hold on. Maybe it's an alt, but I think it might be both.
What does a D10 look like?
That was that other one that you had that had the 9 on it. It looked like a.
Oh, I got a D12. It's one in percentages.
Versatile. This you're using be damage value and for the. Okay.
Oh, okay. This has to be it then, because this has a 9 and it has a 0.
Okay. So it's not actually both. It's you get the D10 instead of the D8.
Oh, okay. So All right, so
just roll a d10.
I have one that has a 6 and a 9 on it and a 0. Would the 0 be the 10?
The 0 is the 10. Yep.
Okay. All right.
It kind of looks like a weird. It looks
I
like
rolled a 3. I rolled a 3 still.
Okay. All right. It's destined to happen.
Yeah. It's very subtle differences.
Do you do 3 points of damage?
Do I get any modifier on that? In addition?
Ow.
I mean, you can argue with maybe Dalton that his back is turned to you and maybe get some bonus. I'm not in the GMC.
This is also true. Let's go with the 3 then.
Sorry, I'll finish him off.
So I got 3 hit.
3 damage. Yep.
Okay, so let's just say that with him being focused on that, I'm gonna come over and just kind of get him with a good hack to the ribs.
Yeah.
You're not a fucking samurai. Knock it off.
All right, so he takes 2. Bert.
3.
Is it
3.
Takes 3. Yeah.
Sorry, yeah. 3.
He's
at 2.
Yeah. Is it Brody next though?
Brody.
Oh, that is me.
Brody. Where you got this?
I want to murder this guy so bad.
I'm gonna roll.
He Bert's first kill.
You rolled a 15?
Yeah.
Hell yeah! Fucking shoot this guy.
All right, and then is it initiative your bonus?
No, it's so if you're shooting your bow, it's dexterity bonus.
Got it.
So what's your dexterity?
Plus 3, 16.
Damn, yeah. Damn, Jesus. Yeah.
I know. I think I'm gonna redo this character because he's a lot
No, I love it.
than...
Nope, great. I love it. Sniper.
All right, 3.
Okay.
So 18.
Jesus. Yeah.
And then I do the 4, right?
Well, what is your bow?
Oh. Something. What is it? What bonus? 15 or plus 5?
Do you have a short bow?
Short bow. Yeah. Oh yeah.
So short bow should be 1d6, I think.
Oh, okay. 2. Yeah, 1.
Stronger weapons here.
So I just do 2 damage on him.
2 damage, yep.
I know. I need a stronger weapon. Like,
so he gains a little bit more confidence because the guy missed and he's feeling some more adrenaline. And he gets it out. The clean hit.
Right.
Oh, he's shooting that guy up top. Oh,
yeah.
Gotcha. I'm like, man, he just killed him. Okay. Man, our rolls suck. I feel like we should kill this guy.
Yeah, man. Mine? Okay, I'm going to just like I'm gonna stab him. Then I can move. All right, so I'm gonna try and use my glaive. Yeah. Okay, it's a 13.
Ooh.
I think that hits. Right, because their AC was 12.
Yeah. 12. Sorry.
Hey, Dalton, do you have 2 monitors also?
Yeah.
God damn. All right, I need to go. Then I can just have the sheet right up top, and I can be looking.
I will never have anything less than 2 monitors.
Okay, I did 12 damage to him.
Ooh. What do you do?
All right, so it's just kind of like okay, yeah, and it's okay. Cool. So it's just like I see Radol come in with like the axe and like hit him, and it's just like and as like the orc kind of goblin like lets out this like I just take the front part of like the spear and I just do a clean swipe across the neck while he's like letting out that like, and it's just like, and like the head just slowly does that like slide off and hits the ground.
Got him.
And then I'm just immediately in like threat assessment mode. So it's just as soon as I see like before, I'm so confident that I decapitated him that like as the axe or the spearhead like glaive part like cuts through him, I'm immediately turning and moving towards the next target, confident that like it's dead. So I'm gonna move diagonal right 1.
Diagonal right.
Yeah, moving to the next guy.
He's dead.
Yeah.
So can you leave his body there for reference if I want to
Yes.
go loot it?
Just
Or
put him
put
upside
it next
down.
over it or something. Yeah.
Make him Lidl.
Looks like Gollum now.
Needle, yes.
Let's play the Gollum game. Come on.
No.
Let's all
It's
jump
really
on and play
good.
multiplayer.
No.
It's gonna get game of the year.
No. Never.
It's one of the best games ever.
Shut your face.
Just gonna order it and send it to you. Dalton, you ever get that package?
Dude,
letter?
can we I want to asterisk the story at the end. I have the closing statement, which is this stupid package you sent me. Because I was actually really excited, and then I read it and I was like, fuck you. You know, I'll get there in a minute. We'll tell that'll be our after we kill this little shit.
Oh, good, yeah.
Okay, I think my turn's done.
It would be the goblin's turn.
Okay, so this guy is now stressing.
Mm-hmm.
And he sees Bert coming up. He's actually going to move once here
You dumb.
and try to attack Bert.
You dumb.
Roll. He rolls a 9.
Yeah. 17.
So he misses.
Yeah.
He goes.
Put the shield up.
Yeah, he goes to stab you, and you put the shield up. You're like, bitch. And then Radol's turn.
That was fast. Okay, I would like to. I mean, now here's my question: if I'm right adjacent to that body, can I loot said body, or do I have to be on the square to loot body?
I would say you have to be on the square
That's fair.
to loot
All
your
right.
body.
Then I want. Now, is looting an action or a movement?
Bless you.
Thank you.
Bert is looting typically.
I would say so, right? Because it's like, I mean, if technically dropping a thing, or if pulling out a weapon is a movement, then definitely searching a guy's movement.
Okay. All right.
But you have 2 movements. You can move there and then loot.
Yeah. Okay, so if that's the case, can we put a marker on where the 7 is, because that's where my spearhead is, and I need to just the idea of me coming back to it is there. Just anything it can be. I don't care. Okay, cool. Yeah. Maybe something over here. There you go. Cool. All right. Then I want to move up 2 spaces, and then that'll be my turn.
Here?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
You're not looting right now?
No, not
Okay.
not at the moment.
So then it's my turn.
Hmm?
I am actually going to move up 1, up 2.
It's like a chess match. That you have this, like, it's very. I like this way that you're doing it.
All right, and then Bert's turn.
All right, I'm gonna just stab him. I'm gonna do the same thing. Here we go.
Stab.
Yeah. I got 5.
Ugh.
5.
Yeah. But I'm just like stabbing around him to keep his trying to just keep his attention on me.
He's like,
So I want to roll to see who he's gonna attack now, because he's really feeling it.
Mm-hmm.
What would you suggest rolling for that? Like just dice wise?
Yeah, you can just roll a d20 and you can put odds on me and then evens on you, and then
Okay.
It's kind of I'm just
17.
observing.
So odds on Bert. Right on.
Try.
Excuse me.
Just try.
All right, and roll again. How do you... No.
The roll on the top right. No.
Roll 7. Ooh.
Mm-hmm. Tank's gonna tank, bro. You can't hit this shit.
So he did that. Now I'm gonna have him move back.
You dummy.
Oh.
I'm
Well,
gonna
does
do
it
an
now?
attack of
Wait.
opportunity.
Who gets? Do they both get tax of opportunity now?
Wait, what?
because you're moving away from Roddy and Bruno at the same time. Now, do they both get the opportunity of counterattack? Or
so.
Okay, so if they move away after an attack,
yeah,
just
you're like locked in combat with me, and if like you either have to like fight it out, or if you move away, which is fine, we get free attacks. Remember, that's what happened to Radol.
Right, that's why. Cool. I forgot about that. Sweet
Goblin forgot.
Do we both, or would it just be you?
It's your call. You're the GM.
I'm gonna say just you.
Okay. Yes, I got a 17 though.
Ooh. Dun, dun, dun. And he's 12 AC.
Yeah. So you roll my D12 for damage.
And you have spear, right?
Mm-hmm. I have a great spear.
A great spear?
Notes. I have my great spear, yeah. 1d12 worth of piercing damage. And I did 9 points of damage, bro.
Bam.
You know that scene in like 300 when he's just like,
yes,
the men in front cry forward, and the men in the back call forward, and the men in the front go back, and the guy used to get like stabbed in the back. You know, that's exactly this goblin's like, and he just like through the neck. I just like pull it clean out.
Roddy's gonna be like, oh dear.
And I like
it's a lot of blood.
I go up, like even though as it's like gurgling out, like clearly in its death throes, I just take the shield up and just bring it down on its head.
Smash.
Oh,
and well, he is now also dead.
Yeah!
You have murdered my two trackers.
Yay!
So my action now? Yeah.
What's that?
My action now? Yeah.
Oh yeah, go for it.
All right. Oh wait, do we only gain XP for kills or just battle experience? Or
it's both? The GM's discretion. If you look on that saga or the enemy chart, Dalton.
I
think there's like an XP allotment for killing them.
Is it on that character or would it be somewhere else?
I think it's on that character. Go back to it for a second.
Well, stop it.
Yeah, challenge. Okay, so it's a 20 XP, 25 XP receives as challenge.
Oh damn.
But it's your discretion on whether you do it like by, you could do it by actual enemies defeated, you could do it by like completion of scenarios. It's really your call on how you want us to like gain XP per enemy. Turns it more into like an RPG.
Okay, jam. All right.
Per section is more like storytelling, right? Like, cool, we've completed this quest, right? It's your call, however you want to run it.
I'm gonna do it as enemy defeated.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. So 2 enemies, does that mean we split it so it's 25-25?
No, I'd say 50,
we each get 25?
Yeah, I'd say each 25.
Or 50? We each get 50?
Yeah, let's do 50.
You're the GM's discretion.
GM's discretion.
All right, as long as I was just thinking of how I would do it.
Mm-hmm.
It would be. I'm gonna throw mine out there. I think like as a whole scenario, that's how I think I would do it versus 25-25. But then again, it's
there's
like
a couple ways you can do it.
Right? You have a bigger guys in there, versus little guys. So it's kind of like, what do we? Yeah,
you could do it. So it's like. We can do like you do the total and you split it by party members. You could do it, and this is, I don't recommend this, but you could do it by like who actually lands the final blow, right? Who actually defeated the enemy gets the XP. It turns the game into really like weird competitive thing, which I'm not necessarily for, but that's a version of it. Again, you can do it by like, cool, hey, this is like your there's a variety. So whatever you lock in now, you're not stuck in, or whatever you choose right now, you have the freedom to be like, hey, actually, we're going to adjust this. But
I guess I'm thinking of how Diablo does it when we play with people.
Yeah. For the sake of this time, I'll just do 50 each. and then I'll probably do divided between the two of you next.
Cool. I'll take
one.
First challenge unlocked. 50 XP, baby. Let's go.
So what is that like? Where does the XP go into factor?
I have to go look. I don't know what the numbers off the top of my head, but like we're level 1 and there's X amount of XP that we need to unlock to get to level 2, so on and so forth.
Got it.
It's actually like think of it like as a video game, you get XP to level up.
Should it be on these forms?
There is a thing on there, yeah, for your XP.
I'll find it later.
Top right, it says experience points. We have 50.
Yeah, we just got to keep adding those, so it's like...
Because you technically... We'll talk after. JARdon might have a little bit more XP because he survived the first.
I am still alive. like that is true. So I guess if we're gonna backtrack, I should have more.
Did you technically defeat any of those guys? We'll have to go back and look.
Yeah. As just the after action, I want to use a. Is picking up and starting to play my flute in action or a movement?
No. Well, now combat's done, so
I mean, combat's done. You can do whatever you want.
I'm gonna sheath the. I'm gonna put the axe back on my back, and then I want to just kind of like pull out the flute and just kind of like start trying to play with one hand while looting the body. Like,
wow!
just kind of just like. Do I find anything on said body?
Will you roll for me?
Yeah, what are we rolling?
I'm also going to loot the bonus.
Lore. Initiative.
Initiative.
Is it initiative or intelligence?
Investigate?
Would it be investigate?
It's whatever you
investigate would still be under initiative, yeah. Or intelligence.
Is it intelligence?
Yeah. Oh God. All right. Intelligence. All right, let's hope for something. Oh, I got an 8. My intelligence is a 10.
Yeah, it's neat.
That sucks.
Yeah.
So
I got a 12.
Yeah, it looks like I just kind of just feeling around this guy's pants.
And what did you get right now?
I got an 8.
An 8.
I didn't get anything.
Well, you can let Dalton determine that.
Yeah, well, this is also true.
You find a hammer on him.
That works.
Just a little
I'll
hammer.
take a long hammer. You said a long hammer?
No, little hammer.
Oh, little.
Just
hammer.
like a broken up goblin hammer.
All right, so let's just say one swing and it's probably broken.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll take the goblin hammer.
I got a 12.
You got a 12?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say you found. I don't really know.
Can I tell you what I'm looking for and you determine whether or not it's there?
Yes.
Okay. I'm not looting him for any sort of like possessions. I'm looting him for any intelligence I can find. So it's like, hey, does he have any maps about like where other goblins are at? Is there anything that I can find that's going to let me know if like, because to me it's strange that there's just 2 of them. So my assumption is there's more around here. So I'm looking for anything like field intelligence. I don't know if goblins would even do this, but I'm looking for anything to be like, you know, where's the goblin camp so we can avoid it. But again, they might not have it. That's kind of what I'm looking for. What I find is up to you. You could be like, nope, that's not there, and I'm like, all right, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I'm gonna say no. You do find like a book journal kind of thing.
Ew.
With some. I mean, orcs really can't write.
Yeah, they can.
Can they?
Yeah. You're goblins. I don't need to do whatever you want.
You find a book with like kind of like a journal of him angry that he was sent out to watch outside of or in this area, but you don't find any like maps or anything.
Got it. Okay.
Does that make sense?
What does the first word say in the journal, Bert?
First one is it's just I, but it's not spelled. It's not spelled like the letter It's spelled like EYI.
All right, do you guys?
The second word is grob.
So dumb.
So, as you guys finish looting up,
wait, I'm not done looting. I want to run back and grab my spearhead if applicable.
Yes.
All right, cool. Well, I shouldn't have scratched that out, damn it.
Yeah, don't ever scratch that.
I will just put it on the.
I was gonna
paper.
say, do you guys do anything else?
Do we do anything else?
I will say that it is getting kind of dark out. It's getting dusk. They do have a fire going still. Let's put some crappy bedrolls. So,
seems like we're making camp for the night.
Brody said, should we camp here before? I don't know if going into the woods is best at dark.
No, you're 100% right. So let me grab my horse first. Hey guys, remember, we should get our horses. Pony. We should probably get our horses before we make camp and try to tie them down.
Yeah, I go to my horse. He doesn't have a name. He's just the horse.
Horse with no
name. I
forgot
what my horse's name is.
I ride on the horse with no name.
All
and
right.
I tie him up.
The desert on a horse with no name.
I drag the bodies away from us. I was like, should we burn these?
Yeah, you can cut off the foot and have like a lucky goblin's foot.
Gross. How barbaric.
Should we burn them? That might draw attention.
Yeah, but I think the corpses are going to draw wild animals, maybe. I move the corpses as far away from the camp as reasonable, with enough time for me to come back. But before I do, I definitely shit on that one guy.
I mean, if you guys want to burn them, I'm not gonna argue that. You can burn them if you want.
No,
I'm gonna leave that to your decisions.
Yeah.
Maybe he's gonna play something next week.
No,
the smell of flesh brought the crazy wolf back.
Yeah. I just kind of drag him away.
Well, with that, we settle out and fade away.
Yeah,
man,
we did it.
That was fun.
That was fun. That was great.
Just tell me about this letter you guys.
Yeah, this fucking stupid package you sent me. I was super excited because Dalton, have you gotten yours yet?
Yeah.
Okay, it's just just one coffee bag. It's one coffee bag, and it's the weirdest fucking thing because it's like a tea bag but for coffee because it's got like. Yeah. And I was like, what the fuck is this? And I was actually really excited because I was like, oh, I'm gonna remember to use it, last week, and I forgot.
Yeah.
Recorded. And I was like, no, Randy sent this to me. I'm gonna use it. And like, I try to not grind my coffee. Sorry, let me back it up. I grind my coffee when I get back from work. So it's like in the evening because I don't want to do it at like 6 o'clock in the morning when I'm waking up and wake all my neighbors. Right. So I try to be conscious, right? And there's times where I forget to do it, and I'm like, fuck, and I like don't make coffee until later because again, I just don't want to be this asshole that's grinding coffee beans
naturally.
So I purposely looked, and I was like, oh hey, it was like 10 o'clock at night, and I forgot. And I was like, this is great though. I'm just gonna use Randy's bag in the morning. I forgot. That's okay. I'm gonna use this thing, and I'm like super excited. I wake up. I like start boiling water. I go to the thing and I like get the package and it just says decaf. And I was like, you fucking piece of shit. I'm so angry. And at that point, I'm like just stewing on it. And I don't make coffee. I wait till I get home or to work. And the whole time I was like, you son of a bitch.
Oh, it worked. It worked. Dude, I specifically grabbed decaf, bro. Like it wasn't like, oh, I'm just gonna grab. I specifically grabbed decaf. Like, oh god,
I just stared at it for like 30 seconds, being like,
because I looked at it, because Tanya told me a while ago, it's like, decaf actually still has caffeine. It's just really removed. And I looked at it, it's like 5% caffeine. I was like, Jesus, okay, this is nothing. It's basically water.
Yep.
Dalton, what do you think when you got that?
I was fully expecting a movie. And then Bert was like, what did you say? Do I have 2 days to use this or something?
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
I was like, I was gonna drink it, but then I saw decaf, and I'm like, I don't want to drink
that. So angry.
The fact that it's in like a tea bag blows me away too.
Yeah.
Tanya tried it. She said it wasn't okay. She said it was okay, but she only tried it once and hasn't gone back to it.
Yep.
Oh God, Bert, that was worth it.
So
worth it.
Yeah.
Worth it. I'm just gonna sell like a single packet.
I feel like Randy,
you guys.
I feel like Randy should get some sort of advantage next gameplay.
Yeah, we didn't do
that whole story.
I'm all for
hey,
it.
I mean that's legit.
Worked out his advantage.
That was funny. That's funny. God, it worked.
Yeah, it worked.
Oh man, dude, I like my face is like sore from smiling and laughing about that. That's funny. Yeah, I gotta take a piss.
Yeah, like, as I say, gents, this was good, but
yeah,
I'm ready to go. JARdon the mess.
JARdon.